10 men, including 2 Londoners, have been sentenced to more than 100 years in prison, combined, after a police busted a Kent-based organised crime group for the mass supply of cocaine. All 10 admitted being part of the movement of 250 kilos of cocaine, worth over 15 million, between 2019 and 2022. Their crimes unravelled after a phone was seized in 2020 in a separate investigation by Kent and Essex's Serious Crime Directorate. This phone revealed the workings of an international operation through data police gathered from an encrypted chat system. This system was being used by criminals across the UK and Europe, and the investigation of it allowed the National Crime Agency to understand the activity of those using it. The information on the phone led Kent police detectives straight to David Squires and Lewis Cosgrove, 2 conspirators who both had EncroChat handles. They were instrumental in the running of the Kent-based organised crime network, mass supplying at least 2 other drug gangs in different countries, as well as shipping drugs to Kent, Suffolk and East Sussex. Detectives built further connections to the other Kent gang members, Richard Shelton from Lewisham in South London, and Patrick Hallahan, Kevin Ratcliffe, Jesse Cockle, and Michael Blewett and Damien Freeman. They all had a role in the conspiracy, either sending or receiving drugs or cash, possession of drugs and criminal property, managing supply records, or being on the payroll. Ringleader David Squires was arrested on March the 5th, 2021, and 6 kilos of cocaine and approximately 114,000 in cash were seized from his Rochester flat. A tick list was also found, which detailed the receipt and distribution of a further 43 kilos of cocaine. Following Squire's arrest, Lewis Cosgrove replaced him as leader. Meanwhile, detectives built their case and gathered evidence. Cosgrove was seen by officers having a meeting in Strood with a man named James Sava from Brockley, South London, on November the 29th, 2021. Cosgrove collected 2 bags from Sava and took them to an address. After he had left that premises, the time came to strike. Police ordered a search warrant at the property and recovered 16 kilos of high-purity cocaine. By March the 23rd, 2022, detectives had enough evidence to bring in all the suspects they believed were involved in the conspiracy. They were calculated police drug raids carried out across addresses across the southeast. They were at several properties in London, Kent, Suffolk and Sussex. Hallahan, Shelton, Ratcliffe, Cockle, Cosgrove, Blewett, Freeman, Sava, and a man named Carl Crabtree were all arrested and charged. About 145,000 in cash was recovered during the raids, including high-value items and watches. All 10 suspects pleaded guilty to the charges put to them and received the following sentences. Hallahan received 14 years. Shelton received 15 years and 6 months. Ratcliffe received 14 years. Squires received 7 years. Cockle received 14 years and 6 months. Cosgrove received 12 years and 9 months. Blewett received 10 years and 6 months. Freeman received 8 years and 6 months. Crabtree received 3 years, and Sava 5 years and 8 months. Kent Police's investigating officer, DC Mark Froome, said, "Disrupting criminal gangs like this and putting a stop to their offending in Kent will continue to be one of our priorities. The supply of drugs into the county brings misery to people's lives, and we will always work with other forces to ensure we catch those responsible. The criminals involved in this conspiracy were focused on making money, and their greed got in the way of any consideration for the lives they would destroy once those drugs had found their way into our communities. No matter how good you think you are at covering your tracks, we will eventually catch up with you to ensure justice is served, he added. Please like this video, please comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.